YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming at you guys with yet another J Talks Crypto. If you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button as well as bell notification. I do my best each and every day to give you guys the top picks in cryptocurrency. And guys, I'm on a mission to hit 100,000 subscribers. I can't do that without you guys. Please hit that subscribe button, that bell notification. It helps with the algorithm also when you like and comment, so please do that. Also got to let you guys know too that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just the homie Crypto J. We just talk about crypto. We just talk about things that are trending today. Bitcoin, of course, being the #1 thing trending. Big Bitcoin hitting all the way up at 84.5. We're really sitting on some key support today. We're going to talk about it, guys. We're going to talk about it. But as you guys can see, total market cap up 2.37%. Fear Greed Index coming in at a 27. I have a funny feeling that maybe we are at a 27, actually, maybe closer to 30, but maybe a 27, right? Because we had a solid market close, and now here we are again going into the weekend. Normally we do see some sell-off into the weekend. We haven't yet broken up. There is still some, either way, market sentiment, but as you guys could see, the 1 day looking like possibly, maybe are we starting to break down, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder here. Let's look at some of these longer time intervals. As you guys could see, the 7 day still showing that we're making lower high or higher lows, which is good. We are still in an uptrend here. Since the 9th, really, we have been on an uptrend, and of course today is the 12th, but we've been seeing some good solid days. We've had a lot of FUD in the news, all kinds of stuff. You could see that we kind of had a test of some higher ranges up here. We did reject off that 85 level, and people are wondering, are we going to create a wedge here? Did we create a wedge? Are we going to start breaking down, or again, are we going to continue this this upward motion? If we could break above this 85 range, this is going to be really big for Bitcoin. But again, we're still not out of the woods yet, right? We're still in a downtrend, right? If you look on the 1 year chart, we have not yet fully broken out. We have not gotten a confirmation. We can still reject off of this range and go right back down. But isn't it just so funny how the sentiment could just change so fast from bearish to bullish? And that's what I told you guys. Nobody can predict the bottom. My prediction of the bottom was 68. Maybe it can still happen. It's still a possibility. Again, if we reject, maybe we do drop down. But there's also a possibility that, again, we've already seen the bottom down at 78, and that if we can hold above 84.5, then we can really continue seeing some good positive price action. But again, on this 1 day chart, we looking a little bit funky, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder here, and we just got to be careful that we're not breaking down off this wedge. We do again know that a lot of the time we do see sell off into the weekend, but we have a president that just told us it's a great time to be buying right now, and then again the market pumped, talked about all his friends that made a bunch of money. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. We'll see. Bitcoin markets are always volatile. They're always speculative. Anything could really happen. That's why I always tell people, don't invest money you're not willing to lose, because again, guys, these things can go either way. And things can be euphoric, but at the same time, we are not yet out of the woods. I just really want to really let you guys know that. As you guys could see, some people saying even in the past minute, I'm bearish on Bitcoin. Some people talking about thinking he's bearish. Big move coming. Past in August, I don't know. This guy, I don't know. 2 people bearish, right? Interesting. Interesting. But I mean, all-time high coming out. I'm just gonna say, where are the bulls at, bro? I mean, it could go either way, so I don't understand where the bulls at. But this is why I always say that dollar cost average guy wins, because dollar cost average guy would be buying at 80, like right now. This is a zone of support, right? So I would be looking at this as like, okay, I don't mind if I buy in this range, or if we drop down again, then maybe my next buy zone might be around like, I don't know, like 80K, or possibly even, again, I think if we break down too far towards 80K, then maybe your buy zone is really closer down here towards the 74 ranges, and then possibly lower if we break down. But again, there's always a chance that we can break out of this, right? We can create a nice cup and handle here, break out of this resistance, and really start sending on Bitcoin. That's going to depend on the volume that comes into the market. Again, we're still on an uptrend on the 7 day. Today is Saturday. We do usually see this sell-off happen. Normally, the sell-off would usually happen more towards like after the market close. Like the market pumped like going into the weekend, which is a little bit different. Also have to be careful too, because a lot of time we see fake outs early in the week. Just very interesting to see this Bitcoin price action. Maybe we catch all 84.5. This is pretty much like the Super Bowl. This is like Super Bowl weekend right here, dude. Again, we're sitting on some key support, right? 84.5. We got to bounce off of this and continue up. Otherwise, we could be looking at breaking off of a wedge. We could still see some sell off down to some of these lower ranges and still be intact. We've already kind of seen some of these retests. Matter of fact, let me pull up these counter channels, right? Make it easy to see for everybody, right? You guys could see we could have possibly had this rejection. That's what I was saying. We could have created a rising wedge here if we do not continue to start closing some of these candles positive. Really, these hourly candles, I feel like this 1 hour candle is going to be very telling. You could see these 30-minute candles are also looking very volatile, right? We could still drop down some of these lower ranges and still be intact. You could see it wouldn't be the first time that we dropped down and then pumped back up and whatnot. It could be something that happens. You know, we could still trend inside of this Keltner channel. That would still be bullish. But sooner or later, it's going to need to see a pump. It's either going to have to break out of this 85 or it's going to have to break down off this 84.5 because we're going to see a move happen. Again, we've already seen this thing retest a couple times. You see, we've been up here in this range before. Back in March, we were in the same territory, right? We were above this Keltner channel, but then we started correcting down. We have not yet gotten a clear confirmation. I feel like we got to start getting a little more breakup out of this chop, but we're moving in the right direction. So again, maybe we did have a wedge here, right? And then maybe we're going to start seeing some positive price action. Very interesting, man. Very interesting. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Are you bullish on this pump or are you bearish? It seems like the market is pretty split again, though, but it does seem like overall sentiment in the market, again, is like 81% of people bullish on Bitcoin and then the rest of the people bearish, like 19% of people bearish. So I want to know what you guys think. Let's talk about some Toshi Coin, though, because Toshi's been on an absolute tear today. Its pattern is looking very similar to Bitcoin. And as you guys could see, we ride this Keltner pretty nicely on the 30. I'm not too concerned that we drop down into this second bottom level. But at the same time, we just don't want to break down too far below this second Keltner channel. Because, again, we do have a bear flag forming here a little bit. Right. And so we just have to be paying attention to that on this chart. The 1 hour chart still looking solid. I mean, if a lot of this volatility has really came in the past couple minutes, so 1 hour still looking solid. We could still see, even if we drop down and see a retest of this 154, we might see a bounce off this range, or again, we might start capitulating down and then we would possibly see a retest of maybe like 145, or maybe under that would be like this 130, whatever. But we would still be flowing inside of this Keltner channel, and we would still be creating higher lows in that case. So I'm not too concerned. Actually, if we broke down towards this 138, we wouldn't be. But if we, as long as we stay in here, we're fine. We're Gucci. So right now, feeling good about the price, looking solid on the 1 hour. On the 2 hour, I mean, we're looking pretty above this. Might see a little bit. I mean, we're sitting against some key resistance here, right? We got to break out, just like Bitcoin, sitting on some key support. But look, we're starting to see Bitcoin gonna bust a move, man. It's at 84. We got to break above 85. We got to hold above 85. I mean, it could happen. It could happen. This volatility. Man, what do you guys think, man? Are we going to watch Bitcoin rip up above 85 and maybe hit 86 range, or maybe more? Maybe this thing goes to, what if this thing shoots all the way up past 86? Like, we could really go from 85 to 86 to 88 really fast. If we hit 88, guys, I'm telling you right now, these altcoins are going to be on and cracking, because I was already telling you guys that 88, 89, in my opinion, that is a super good confirmation for me that we are seeing some good breakout, but also this 85 range, right? We could possibly, again, be creating a wedge here. So that makes me feel good. Toshi Coin, in my opinion, responding awesome towards Bitcoin. So In my opinion, it's just really dependent on the strength of Bitcoin, the strength of the market. Again, we had a good solid close on Friday, so we'll see kind of how the market reacts. There is a lot going on. Again, they pushed out those tariffs 90 days for a lot of countries, but then we're also in a tariff war with China over here, and they're increasing our cost of goods and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens, guys. These guys are smart, sensible business people. They want to make money, as well as the fact that these guys are investing in our market on this dip. So they're stirring up all this trouble, but at the same time, they're also buying the dip. So, I mean, take with that what you will, but this is kind of tends to be what happens. These guys tend to buy up all of our Bitcoin, all of these big hedge funds and all of these big companies and all of these people that have all these ties and things like this, and then they end up owning it all the supply of it, and we end up, and it's retail is the one that ends up selling, because again, we need the money and the market's volatile. So there's something to think about, guys. But yep, I will catch you guys in the next video. Again, if you have not hit that like button, that subscribe button, hit that. It all helps in the algorithm. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you next one. Peace.